Hey, what's up guys? My name is Destery and welcome back to another What the Fuck 5. So for today's list, we'll be talking about a very interesting topic to me, and that is serial killers. Ever since I was about 13, I just thought serial killers were super creepy, super terrifying. So for today's list, we'll be going over the 5 most terrifying serial killers to ever exist. Also, just for warning you guys, there will be a lot of creepy details and pictures in this video, so, you know, just in case you get bothered by that kind of stuff, but let's get into it. Number 1, Ed Gein. Apart from being fantastic scary movies, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Psycho, and The Silence of the Lambs also have another thing in common. They were all based off the real-life account of Ed Gein, who was a prolific serial killer in the 1940s. A man who was known around the town of Plainsfield, Wisconsin as the Handyman, no one could have guessed that in his spare time, he was dismembering women's bodies to create a woman suit that looks like his late mother so he could literally crawl inside her skin. What started as grave robbing quickly turned into the murder and dismembering of local women, which he decapitated and made them into furniture around his house. When police searched his home in 1957, they discovered bowls made of human skulls, a belt made of human nipples, several decapitated heads he wore as masks, and a lampshade made from a face. Ed Gein spent the rest of his life in an insane asylum where he died from cancer in 1984. Number 2, John Wayne Gacy. An especially terrifying killer, John Wayne Gacy was dubbed the name the Killer Clown, as his day job was to be a clown that entertained children at birthday parties. Okay, I'm already terrified enough of normal clowns, but a clown that kills people? Fuck no.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
But between the years of 1972 and 1978, Gacy killed more than 33 young boys and men, which he lured to his home and proceeded to rape, asphyxiate, and finally murder them. When he was caught in 1980, police found 26 dead bodies in the crawl space of his home, the youngest identified victim being only 10 years old. Gacy was sentenced to death in 1980, where he then spent 14 years on death row before being put to death by lethal injection in 1994. Number 3, Javad Iqbal. A Pakistani killer, Javad Iqbal, killed more than 100 children ranging from the age from 6 to 16. In a letter, he claimed to have strangled and dismembered all of the victims before dissolving them in hydrochloric acid and dumping them in the sewer. He was later caught by the authorities in 1999 because he kept the children's clothing, which he hung around his house as a trophy. Also in his home, several bloodstains could be seen on the walls, as well as photographs of his victims being trapped inside plastic bags. Iqbal was sentenced to death by hanging, with the judge who passed his sentence saying, "You will be strangled to death in front of the parents whose children you killed. Your body will be cut up into 100 pieces and put in acid, the same way you killed the children." Fuck. Pakistan does not mess around, Jesus Christ. Number 4, Henry Howard Holmes. A man with a mustache almost as legendary as his crimes. Considered to be America's first serial killer, Holmes built what is referred to as the Chicago Murder Castle in 1893. What used to be a pharmacy, Holmes turned into a hotel where he would rent rooms to people as a trap to lure them into a place where he could kill them. In some of the rooms, he constructed various death traps, and in the basement was a torture chamber where he would cut up and burn the bodies. That just fucks me up. Like, imagine you're in a hotel just, you know, wanting to rent a room and you have no idea that it's all just an elaborate fucking plan to get you killed. Fuck no.
Nope. Nope.
Also, the entire Saw series was inspired by the death traps Holmes would construct, and what's also interesting is that some people believe that Holmes could in fact be a prime suspect for the Jack the Ripper killings in London, as Holmes was also in London during the same time. Holmes was also fascinated by the female anatomy, which could explain why Jack the Ripper cut out women's uteruses. Uteri? Uteruses? I don't know, one of those. While only being charged with 29 murders, it was suspected that it could have been as high as 200. Finally, at number 5 is Richard Trenton Chase. Also known as the Vampire of Sacramento, Richard Trenton Chase may be easily the most fucked up out of all the people on this list. And while you may think of a vampire as a sparkly dickhole with poor taste in women, Chase is far from a lovable fictional character. A man who spent time in a mental hospital for tracking down animals and eating them alive, soon escalated into killing people, drinking their blood, and eating their body parts. He also admitted to making people smoothies by grinding up body parts and drinking it with Coca-Cola. Fuck, there's a good ad for Coke. Coke! It's so good it makes body parts taste good. Chase also apparently would fill bathtubs full of his victims' blood and bathe in it while masturbating. The fuck? When he was finally caught, he admitted to killing 6 people in this fashion and was sentenced to death. Before being put to the electric chair, however, he took his own life in a prison cell. Well, I'm sufficiently creeped out. Might have helped if I didn't include this creepy music in the background, but this is a video about serial killers. What was I supposed to do? Include this shit? Serial killers! Everything's awesome! Yeah, no. That is it for this episode of What the Fuck 5, though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below of, you know, one of the serial killers that creeped you out the most, because they're all pretty fucking creepy. But also really fascinating. I don't know why this kind of shit just always has fascinated me, so I don't know, dude. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel at youtube.com/CaptainDestes. I don't upload as creepy videos as this, but I probably will in the near future. Lord knows I'm a creepy motherfucker. That said, I will see you next time for another creepy What the Fuck 5, and fair winds.